Airlines on a combination vehicle are often colored to keep from getting them mixed up. The emergency line is A. Red, B. Black, C. Blue, D. Orange. Answer A. Red. The emergency line on a combination vehicle's airlines is colored red. This is done to make it easily identifiable and to differentiate it from the other airlines. In case of an emergency, such as a loss of air pressure, the red color of the emergency line helps the driver quickly identify and address the issue. It is an important safety measure in the operation of combination vehicles. There are two things that a driver can do to prevent a rollover. They are, keep the cargo as close to the ground as possible, and A. Make sure that the brakes are adjusted properly. B. Keep both hands firmly on the steering wheel. C. Reduce speed before entering turns. D. Keep the fifth wheel free play loose. Answer C. Reduce speed before entering turns. One of the things that a driver can do to prevent a rollover is to reduce their speed before entering turns. This is because the centrifugal force created during turns can cause the vehicle to tip over if it is traveling too fast. By slowing down before entering a turn, the driver reduces the risk of losing control of the vehicle and rolling over. It is an important safety measure that all drivers of commercial vehicles should follow. If the service line disconnects while you're driving, what will happen right away? A. The emergency tractor brakes will come on. B. The trailer's air tank will exhaust through the open line. C. The emergency trailer brakes will come on. D. Nothing is likely to happen until you try the brakes. Answer D. Nothing is likely to happen until you try the brakes. If the service line disconnects while driving, nothing is likely to happen right away until the driver tries to apply the brakes. This is because the service line is responsible for delivering air to the brake chambers, which actuates the brakes. Therefore, if the service line disconnects, the brakes will not function properly when the driver tries to apply them. The driver should immediately pull over to a safe location and address the issue before continuing to drive. How do you supply air to the air tank on the trailer? A. By pushing in the trailer air supply valve. B. By pulling out the trailer air supply valve. C. By connecting the emergency line glad hand. D. By applying the trolley valve. Answer A. By pushing in the trailer air supply valve. To supply air to the air tank on the trailer, the driver should push in the trailer air supply valve. This valve is typically located on the tractor's dashboard, and when pushed in, it allows the air from the tractor's air tanks to flow into the trailer's air tanks, thereby supplying air to the trailer's brake system. It is an important step that should be performed before driving a combination vehicle to ensure that the trailer's brakes are functioning properly. With the engine off and the brakes released, a combination vehicle air brake system shouldn't leak more than how many psi in 1 minute? A. 1 psi. B. 2 psi. C. 3 psi. D. 4 psi. Answer C. 3 psi. With the engine off and the brakes released, a combination vehicle air brake system should not leak more than 3 psi, pounds per square inch, in 1 minute. This is an important safety requirement as excessive air loss can result in brake failure and compromise the driver's ability to control the vehicle. Therefore, it is important for drivers to perform regular air brake system checks and maintenance to ensure that the system is functioning properly and to address any leaks as soon as possible. You're hooking a tractor to a semi-trailer and have backed up but are not under it. What should you do before backing under the trailer? A. Hook up the electrical service cable. B. Hook up the emergency and service air lines. C. Connect the ground cable. D. Nothing, back up and secure the fifth wheel to the trailer. Answer B. Hook up the emergency and service air lines. Before backing under the semi-trailer, the driver should hook up the emergency and service air lines between the tractor and trailer. This is because the airlines are responsible for supplying air to the trailer's brake system, which is critical for controlling the vehicle during operation. By hooking up the airlines first, the driver can ensure that the trailer's brakes will function properly once the vehicle is in operation. It is an important step in the process of hooking up a tractor to a semi-trailer and should be performed before attempting to back under the trailer. The fifth wheel locking lever is not locked after the jaws close around the kingpin. This means that A. The trailer will not swing on the fifth wheel. B. You cannot set the fifth wheel for proper weight distribution. C. The hand valve is released and you may drive away. D. The coupling is not correct and should be corrected before driving the coupled unit. Answer D. The coupling is not correct and should be corrected before driving the coupled unit. If the fifth wheel locking lever is not locked after the jaws close around the kingpin, it means that the coupling is not correct and should be corrected before driving the coupled unit. This is because the fifth wheel locking lever is responsible for securing the jaws around the kingpin, thereby ensuring that the trailer is properly coupled to the tractor. If the locking lever is not engaged, there is a risk that the trailer may become uncoupled from the tractor while in operation, which can result in a serious accident. Therefore, it is important for drivers to double-check that the fifth wheel locking lever is properly engaged before driving a coupled unit. After pushing in the trailer supply valve, you should not move the tractor until the whole air system is A. Charging, B. At normal pressure, C. Bled down to half the maximum pressure, D. Between 50 and 60 psi. Answer B. At normal pressure. After pushing in the trailer supply valve, the driver should not move the tractor until the whole air system is at normal pressure. This is because the trailer's air brake system needs to be fully charged and at normal pressure to ensure that the brakes will function properly during operation. Moving the tractor before the air system is fully charged and at normal pressure can compromise the driver's ability to control the vehicle and can pose a safety risk to the driver and others on the road. Therefore, it is important for drivers to wait until the air system is at normal pressure before moving the tractor after pushing in the trailer supply valve. You cross the air lines when hooking up to an old trailer. What will happen? A. The hand valve will apply the tractor brakes instead of the trailer brakes. B. The brake pedal will work the trailer spring brakes instead of the trailer brakes. C. If the trailer has no spring brakes, you could drive away but you wouldn't have trailer brakes. D. The brake lights will not come on when the brake pedal is pressed. Answer C. If the trailer has no spring brakes, you could drive away but you wouldn't have trailer brakes. If you cross the air lines when hooking up to an old trailer, it means that the service and emergency air lines are reversed, and this can cause the trailer brakes to fail. Specifically, if the trailer has no spring brakes, you could drive away but you wouldn't have trailer brakes because the air pressure intended for the service line will go to the emergency line and vice versa. This can be dangerous because the driver will not have adequate control over the vehicle, which can increase the risk of an accident. Therefore, it is important for drivers to ensure that they correctly connect the service and emergency air lines when hooking up to a trailer. How far should you crank up the front trailer supports, dollies, after coupling a semi-trailer? A. Raised 1/2 way with the crank handle secured. B. Raised 3/4 way with the crank handle removed. C. Fully raised with the crank handle secured. D. 3 turns off the top with the crank handle secured in its bracket. Answer C. Fully raised with the crank handle secured. After coupling a semi-trailer, the front trailer supports, dollies, should be fully raised with the crank handle secured. This is because the front trailer supports are not designed to support the weight of the trailer, and driving with the front supports partially raised can cause damage to the trailer and the supports themselves. Therefore, it is important for drivers to ensure that the front trailer supports are fully raised and secured before driving away with a coupled semi-trailer. You're driving a combination vehicle when the trailer breaks away and pulls apart the air lines. You should expect the trailer brakes to apply and A. The tractor to lose all air pressure. B. The tractor brakes to keep working properly. C. The trailer supply valve to stay open. D. The tractor brakes to lock up. Answer: B. The tractor brakes to keep working properly. If the trailer breaks away and pulls apart the airlines while driving a combination vehicle, the trailer brakes will apply due to the loss of air pressure in the service line. However, the tractor brakes should continue to work properly because the emergency brake line is still connected to the tractor. The tractor's emergency brake line is designed to automatically apply the brakes in the event of a trailer separation or airline failure, which helps to prevent the tractor from completely losing its braking system. Therefore, the driver should expect the tractor brakes to keep working properly in this situation. The hand valve should be used to park a combination vehicle. A. When you park at loading docks. B. When you are parking for less than 1 hour. C. When parking on a steep grade. D. Never. Answer: D. Never. The hand valve should never be used to park a combination vehicle. It is intended for testing purposes only and should not be used as a parking brake. The proper way to park a combination vehicle is to use the parking brake control valve or the parking brake pedal, which will engage the spring brakes on the tractor and the trailer to prevent the vehicle from rolling. Using the hand valve as a parking brake can cause overheating of the brake linings and is also a violation of FMCSA regulations. Air brake equipped trailers made before 1975. A. Usually do not have spring brakes. B. Are easier to stop than newer trailers because they are heavier. C. Usually need a glad hand converter. D. Cannot be operated on interstate highways. Answer: A. Usually do not have spring brakes. Air brake equipped trailers made before 1975 usually do not have spring brakes. Instead, they rely on the service brakes of the tractor to stop the trailer in case of a breakaway. This means that it is especially important to keep the service brakes in good condition and to perform regular maintenance on the entire braking system. Additionally, drivers may need to use chocks or other wheel-holding devices to prevent the trailer from rolling in case of a breakaway. In normal driving, some drivers use the trolley hand valve before the brake pedal in order to prevent trailer skids. Which of these statements is true? A. It should never be done. B. It results in less skidding than using the brake pedal alone. C. It lets the driver steer with both hands. D. It is the best way to brake in a straight line. Answer: A. It should never be done. Using the trolley hand valve before the brake pedal is not a recommended practice in normal driving. It can cause excessive wear on the brakes and tires, reduce stopping distance, and increase the risk of jackknifing or loss of control. The best way to brake in a straight line is to apply the brakes gradually and smoothly with both feet, using the brake pedal. When backing up under a trailer, you should line up. A. About 15 degrees off the line of the trailer. B. The right mirror along the right edge of the trailer. C. Directly in front of the trailer. D. The edge of the tractor tires with the yellow line on the pavement. Answer: C. Directly in front of the trailer. When backing up under a trailer, it is important to line up directly in front of the trailer. This means that the tractor should be directly centered under the trailer before backing up. This ensures that the trailer will be properly aligned with the fifth wheel on the tractor and will prevent any damage to the trailer or the tractor. It is also important to make sure that the trailer brakes are released and that the landing gear is raised before backing up. By lining up directly in front of the trailer, you can ensure that your backing maneuver is as safe and efficient as possible. You're hooking up a tractor and semi-trailer, and you've connected both airlines. Before backing under the trailer, you should: A. Pull forward to test glad hand connections. B. Supply air to the trailer system, then pull out the air supply knob to lock the trailer brakes. C. Make sure that the trailer brakes are off. D. Blow the horn twice to alert others. Answer B. Supply air to the trailer system, then pull out the air supply knob to lock the trailer brakes. Before backing under the trailer, you should supply air to the trailer system, then pull out the air supply knob to lock the trailer brakes. This ensures that the trailer brakes are locked and the trailer won't roll away while you are backing under it. It is also important to make sure that the trailer brakes are off before you start to drive, which requires pushing in the air supply knob. When hooking up a tractor to a trailer, you'll know the trailer is at the right height when the A. Trailer dolly wheels are fully extended. B. Kingpin is about 2¼ inches above the fifth wheel. C. Beginning of the kingpin is even with the top of the lower fifth wheel. D. Coupling surface of the trailer is just below the middle of the tractor fifth wheel. Answer D. Coupling surface of the trailer is just below the middle of the tractor fifth wheel. When hooking up a tractor to a trailer, you will know the trailer is at the right height when the coupling surface of the trailer is just below the middle of the tractor fifth wheel. This will ensure that the tractor and trailer are properly aligned and the fifth wheel will be able to lock into place with the kingpin. When not pulling a trailer, why is it a good idea to lock the glad hands together or to a dummy coupler? A. It keeps air from escaping. B. The brake circuit becomes a secondary air tank. C. It keeps dirt and water out of the lines. D. All of the above. Answer C. It keeps dirt and water out of the lines. Locking the glad hands together or to a dummy coupler when not pulling a trailer is a good idea to keep dirt and water out of the air brake system lines. This helps prevent contamination and corrosion, which can damage the brake system components. While it does not keep air from escaping or turn the brake circuit into a secondary air tank, it is still an important preventative measure to maintain the proper functioning of the air brake system. How much space should be between the upper and the lower fifth wheel plates? A. About 1 inch. B. About ½ inch. C. About ¼ inch. D. None. Answer D. None. There should be no space between the upper and lower fifth wheel plates. When the kingpin is properly seated in the fifth wheel, the plates should be in contact with each other. This ensures a secure connection between the tractor and the trailer. After hooking up, you should check the fifth wheel connection by A. Driving away at 20 miles per hour and pulling down the trailer hand valve. B. Backing up with the trailer brakes released. C. Pulling the tractor ahead sharply to release the trailer brakes. D. Pulling the tractor ahead gently with the trailer brakes locked. Answer D. Pulling the tractor ahead gently with the trailer brakes locked. After hooking up, you should check the fifth wheel connection by pulling the tractor ahead gently with the trailer brakes locked. This will help ensure that the connection is secure and the trailer is properly seated on the fifth wheel. It also allows you to check for any abnormalities or potential issues before getting on the road. How should you test the tractor semi-trailer connection for security? A. Put the tractor in gear and pull ahead with a sharp jerk. B. Pull gently forward in low gear against the locked trailer brakes. Then look at it carefully. C. Rock the trailer back and forth with the trailer brakes locked. Answer B. Pull gently forward in low gear against the locked trailer brakes. Then look at it carefully. To test the tractor semi-trailer connection for security, you should pull the tractor gently forward in low gear against the locked trailer brakes. This will allow you to check the connection visually to make sure it is secure. Pulling the tractor ahead with a sharp jerk or rocking the trailer back and forth could damage the connection or cause the trailer to become detached. If the service airline comes apart while you are driving a combination vehicle, but the emergency line stays together, what will happen right away? A. The emergency tractor brakes will come on. B. The trailer's air tank will exhaust through the open line. C. Nothing is likely to happen until you try to apply the brakes. Answer C. Nothing is likely to happen until you try to apply the brakes. If the service airline comes apart while you are driving a combination vehicle, but the emergency line stays together, nothing is likely to happen until you try to apply the brakes. The service airline controls the regular brakes, while the emergency line controls the emergency/parking brakes. With the service airline disconnected, the regular brakes will not work. However, the emergency/parking brakes will still work if the emergency line is intact. When you try to apply the brakes, you will only have the emergency/parking brakes available, which may not be sufficient to stop the vehicle. Which part of the Kingpin should the locking jaws close around? A. The shank. B. The head. C. The base. Answer A. The shank. The locking jaws of the fifth wheel should close around the shank of the Kingpin. The shank is the part of the Kingpin that is located between the head and the base. The locking jaws must fully encircle the shank to ensure a secure connection between the tractor and trailer. When should you use the hand valve to park a combination vehicle? A. To park at loading docks. B. To park on a grade. C. Never. Answer C. Never. You should never use the hand valve to park a combination vehicle. The hand valve is used to apply the trailer brakes in an emergency or to prevent trailer skids. When parking a combination vehicle, you should always use the parking brake control or the service brakes to hold the vehicle in place. The fifth wheel locking lever is not locked after the jaws close around the Kingpin. This means that A. You can set the fifth wheel for weight balance. B. The parking lock is off and you may drive away. C. The coupling is not right and should be fixed before driving the coupled unit. Answer C. The coupling is not right and should be fixed before driving the coupled unit. If the fifth wheel locking lever is not locked after the jaws close around the Kingpin, it means that the coupling is not right and should be fixed before driving the coupled unit. The locking lever should be fully engaged and locked in place to ensure a secure coupling between the tractor and the trailer. Driving without a properly engaged locking lever can cause the trailer to become uncoupled from the tractor, resulting in a dangerous situation. Therefore, it is important to always ensure that the locking lever is fully engaged before driving a coupled unit.